Chelsea wasn't happy. I was like, what was that again? Oh, yes. So Chelsea wasn't happy um, about how Mary is lacking in her position. I don't know if it's permanent, being that of the office manager slash HR. I mean, that is kind of, that's a lot. You have to be HR, you have to be the office manager, you have to be an agent. Jeez, nuts. Well, Mayor, I'm hoping that you get an extra bonus check every month for that, the extra work you're doing. But anywho, so the episode opens with, and it's called Mary in the Middle, Mayor Mary Au Contraire. It opens with Emma having a conversation with Jason, who just walked in with his new boo thing, fresh from their vacay, gallivanting all over Europe for like 3 weeks or so. Anyway, so Emma's like, dropping the bomb on him. Hey, we're losing a listing because one, you promised the seller that this is going to be a duo type of listing. That it's going to be you, Emma, and Jason as the listing agents, and you have been off gallivanting all over Europe and not really paying attention to this listing, and the seller has decided not to relist with us because there hasn't really been much foot traffic, much interest in this particular property. I guess the seller was just like, okay, I'm going to list with you because you are going to be on as also a listing agent. So that should bring about, lots of interest, which didn't happen. So anyway, and Jason's like, well, you should have tried harder. You should have tried to call me, text me, email me, like, drag me out of bed practically. And it's like, child, you're too damn old. And this is your business. Like, I get it. You got a new boo thing. And you want to spend time with your new boo thing. But one's got to give. If you can't handle having a new boo thing or a boo thing and having a business, I think you got to recheck your priorities, boo boo. Just a saying. So, anyway, hopefully he doesn't promise anything he can't deliver again to any other client. I'm hoping that this is the last one. But yeah, over promising when you'll eventually under deliver, it's not a good look. It's not a good look for Emma. It's not a good look for their business. It's just not a good look for everybody all around. So Brett, actually, his twin brother, Jason's twin brother, backing Emma up. And this was icing on the cake. It was really nice of Brett to stand his ground and just say, bruh, you're making me lose that bag. Basically. It's like you're off gallivanting, pursuing this new boo, T, but you're costing us money. So, yeah. Anyway, find the balance. Yes. And then the next scene shows Bree doing what she does best: find and sell properties. I mean, what else is this show premised on, right? That is the premise of the show. She's all about that bag, bro. And it's laser focused on staying that independent mama. 3 snaps for you, girl. 3 snaps. Go get that bag. I mean, you can't always rely on somebody else to foot the bill, right? So, just saying. And it is expensive to raise the baby. So, hats off to you. So, there was like a short blip, I'll call it a short blip, about the drama between Nicole and Chriselle this early on in the episode. Emma saying that the drama has been drawn out for so long, which, I think we can all agree on. And that Mary really needs to put her foot down and try to get in the middle of this and solve this damn thing. It is her job. I mean, isn't it though? Mm. Asking for a friend. I do find it funny that Mary's husband has nothing to offer as far as progress is concerned. With the penthouse project, Jason left with him and her to manage. That attitude is so laissez faire. And maybe that's just his personality, but it also seems to me like if he was given a year to remodel and complete a project, he would still need an extra year on top of that to actually have something to present. And Mary's husband, saying he's going back to work when Jason slyly asks Mary to have a chat with him about the current stage of their model. I mean, um, I was just like, it's almost like, what was that? A filler scene? Like we just needed to fill the scene in with something? Because you're not showing me what you're good at. Because you're definitely not good at that. That is managing the project. Of course, Mary's going to defend her husband, but this is business. You got to hold him accountable for his lack of progress as the project manager or the overseer or whatever it is that you call yourself. Or just honestly cut yourself some slack and just hire an actual professional project manager for your projects. And if you still want to hire him, have him shadow the professional project manager so you can at least learn the ropes. The most basic of the basic, to minimize or completely avoid pitfalls of having zero progress on work. I'm sure he's not doing it for free, so it's like, oof, honey. I mean, I know Jason was off gallivanting all over Europe for 3 weeks, but girl, you're getting paid to be his eyes and ears. And certainly not something you are showing him that you're up to the task at all. At all. Like, don't take on the job if you can't multitask. Or if it's too much for you, you gotta speak up. You gotta speak up. Literally. Anyway, we head on over to Nicole and Chriselle having a conversation in the middle. With Mary in the middle at the office. So I was like, oh my gosh, finally it's happening. Like these two just need to hash it out. Like get it on with this conversation, lay all your facts down and be done with it. I mean, be done with it. What else are you gonna do? It's from 3 years ago. It's like, geez, you've been dragging this dead weight all over town from 3 years ago. Whoosh. I mean, I'm just saying, it's not like Nicole didn't get paid. She did. It's not like she wasn't listed as a listing agent as well. She was, according to her, on those points. Those are correct. So, what is the issue? What is the issue? Like, is it more camera time? Just ask the producers to give you more camera time. I mean, I don't know if they would say yes, but I'm just like, yeah, you're definitely not a Christine Quinn. Just saying. Just saying. So, Nicole starts with asking Chriselle if she wanted to go first, but Chriselle smartly threw it back at Nicole, saying, no, girl. Since you're the one with the issue, you need to go and just lay it all out. Like, I died. It was too funny. So, Nicole continues on by repeating this exaggerated comment that Chriselle had called her an effing bitch, which the original confrontation was shown. Thanks, producers, to prove that Chriselle did not indeed utter those words. She said B, but B I will effing, and trailed off. So that was processed by Nicole into one expression, that is 2 words. Fucking bitch. Anywho, let's continue. Chriselle asks Nicole what her real issue is, like the actual root of your issue. Because it can't just be that. I mean, I'm sure you've been called worse things sometime in your life. I know Sarsci has. And how it all started seemed to confuse Nicole. Nicole literally asked Chriselle, like, what do you mean, Chriselle? What do you mean? What does she mean? I mean, even I was confused by Nicole's repeating the question. Was it that she didn't understand, or was it too fast? I mean, hello. I don't know why she didn't understand. What is the root of your issue? As clear as daylight. So anyway, um, I I had to repeat that scene a few times because I was like, Nicole, how the hell do you not know what you've been dragging around for 3 years is now handing out all around town like free hugs? Like, what the hell? Was she hard of hearing or something? Well, apparently, per Rochelle and vouched by Mary, they have actually been socializing together in various times in the past, pre dating Nicole joining the series Selling Sunset. So she has had plenty time to pull aside Chriselle and let her know how she felt, right? Like, I don't know, 3 months after the close of that purported sale of this property, or whatever this property was, or however much it was, or like a year later, or no, 2 years is already like literally stretching it. But then 3 years, it's like an ongoing. I just, I really, I couldn't fathom what the actual intent is. Besides, again, to come out blazing, out like out the gate because you're the newest addition and you want to leave your mark. But it's like, uh, yeah, you're kind of missing the mark there. But okay. Well, hey, you know, you do you. Uh, so I was just, yeah, I was just like disappointed in Nicole that she couldn't, in my mind, she couldn't remember that she was socializing before with Rochelle and didn't have a problem with that before she actually got on the show, and then now she has a problem. Like, again, you are not Kristen Quinn. Girl, you have much to learn, like tons. Hyperbole is one thing, but damn, you just about caught bold-faced lying, B. Anyway, Chriselle laid it out. She wanted to go answer point by point. Victim mentality. She threw it back at Nicole, who she says is the one crying about not having enough credit from 3 years ago. Chriselle adds, go sell more homes. I mean, girl, damn. She's trying to tell you. You're on the listing. Even if you did 1% of the work on all of the work, or all of the work, and Mary concurs. Like, those are the two things that Nicole had brought up multiple times. So, Nicole, girl, you're losing cred very quickly. So, with those two things debunked, Nicole segues into her actual point, which I think is her actual point, and that is her feeling that Jason put Chriselle on the listing, that 3 years ago listing, because of his crush on Chriselle at the time while she was obviously still married. And then Nicole tries to backtrack, like, girl, dang. You gotta get this together before you run your mouth. The insinuation that there was a romantic entanglement between a then married Chriselle and Jason, her boss only, at that time, and that being the reason why she got the listing, and that's why Nicole is so bitter, is just like, it's just so wrong on a lot of levels. One, you're insinuating that she was stepping out of her marriage. Hello. Two, you're saying that she's has no ability to actually sell homes without her boss giving her um, this, these opportunities or this opportunity to actually sell homes. Like he has to actually give her listings or business to be able to, to produce anything. And then for Nicole to add that, she's more experienced. That's why Jason gives her listings. Ah, what's that got to do with it? I mean, okay, so fine, you are more experienced. You get more listings. Uh huh. You're more experienced. That's like saying somebody who just started at work 2 weeks ago will have experience from or similar to that of somebody who's been working there a year. Of course not. Girl, just stop. I mean, if it's a camera time ploy and we see right through it. To make matters worse, you confirmed that you attended social functions at Chriselle's home and then claims she is not your friend. So you were like casual acquaintances, but you attend social functions at her home. You attend social functions that she invites you to. Huh? What, you were just thirsty or you just wanted to like what? Some takeout from like her party? I don't know. Like why would you be invited accepting invites from her, from Chriselle, just to what, covertly observe and document her interactions with Jason or anybody else there? Girl, you're obsessed. Maybe it's you as your crush on Giselle. Hashtag asking for a friend. Mm. And then the last dig that Nicole tries to get in is by telling Chriselle that she needs to control herself when having business or professional conversations. Like, girl, it is just about past that. Like, past that. You've got all your insinuations in already. You're professionally attacking the girl. You're personally attacking the girl, and all kinds of in between. I don't know what else you want for her to do. Of course, she's gonna feel some type of way. Of course, her voice is gonna be, you know, a different tone. It's gonna be higher, lower, whatever it is. The timbre of her voice is not gonna stay the same unless you're Brie. Brie seems to always have like the same tone, same level tone, which is really cute. But anyway, I digress. So I don't even think that Nicole's saying that to Chriselle. She's realizing that she's lacking self-awareness, and it's galling. She also is losing her shit. You're also not all kinds of composed, girl. It's like your selective memory seems like an act because you stated that you can remember every single one of your clients and the sales that you've done. But you can't remember that there was a friendship between you and Chriselle previously, and that there's factors in your insinuations, such as you having actually cashed the check and also being given the listing, as a seller, I'm sorry, the listing agent credit. I don't, you with Jason and Chriselle, or just you and Chriselle, but you were given credit. So what is the issue? Ah, it's just not adding up. And I think it was the best decision for her to get up and walk off and like end this conversation, because she was not doing herself any favors, like nothing at all. She was like simultaneously showing her ass and digging herself a deeper hole each time she tried to rebut Chriselle. It's like back to the drawing board you go. Like, what is this, camera time thirst? Well, well, well. I, for one, am excited about the next episode because supposedly, what I've been hearing, it's gonna be explosive, if not more. So, is it gonna be one explosion, two explosions, three explosions, and it's a party? Who knows? Who knows? But again, it was just like, oof. It was just a little too cray cray. Too cray cray for me. Not in a like tear your hair off type of cray cray, but it was just like, ew, girl, Nicole. Girl, get it together. Sheesh. But you know, she's trying. Uh, hey, look. I'm sure they both have dirt on each other. I mean, they've worked together for like years. Not so much dirt, like it would be make or break, but I think it would just be like a snippy little comments, or like one of those incidents where it's just like a minor tit for tat, like, oh, you had a crush on this person, oh, or you stole my boyfriend or something. Just kidding. But then again, in that office, I don't know, that might just be something real, right? Anyway, so that's a short recap slash commentary on episode 6 with Mary in the middle. So hopefully this lights fire under Mary, because Mary girl, you really have to be the office manager, as, yeah, you've been assigned to be. But then again, I really hope that you're gonna pay this girl. Oof, oof. You deserve a really nice check. Dealing with these ladies, ooh, yes, a really nice check. Anyway, darlings, that is it for today's Memorial Day recap and commentary on season 6 of Selling Sunset. And if you like what you heard, won't you be my friend and subscribe? But if you don't and you just want to watch the videos or just listen to it, that's fine too. But I hope that you have a very, very nice week, that you do something that your heart loves, and that whatever the anxieties of the days are, makes you stronger and a better person. And remember not to lower your standards, but allow people some grace and the journey in gratitude. Anyway, darlings, toodaloo. Good night, good day, and good morning, wherever you are.